Hey, what's up? I'm Nick and Knight, the new 94.1 KTFM. We're backstage at our KTFM Pink Party. This is the first ever, and one of our performers tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce you all the way from the UK. This is Olly Murs. Olly, how you doing, man?
Pleasure to meet you, man. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for being here, man.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, so what do you think of San Antonio so far?
It's a really beautiful place, actually. I mean, almost outside the hotel room, looks like it's a Venice. Looks like, you know, it's a nice canal, there's nice little bridges, there's nice boats. Looks an amazing place. Very much want to come back here very, very soon. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, man. You know, the Riverwalk, everything's a very historic place. Everything's really awesome here. Now, for some people you may be new to, I know you got started. The X Factor in the UK was kind of your, I guess you could say, your party where the world got to know you.
Yeah.
Back in 2009. How did you become a part of X Factor?
Well, you know, I just saw this big advert on the TV, and it was like, if you want to be a superstar, call this number. So I saw the advert and thought, I'll give them a ring. And, luckily enough, they gave me a chance. But I mean, I actually auditioned for the show a few times before I actually got a yes. And then I just got in front of the judges, did my thing, and it's been a crazy 3 or 4 years. Now,
post X Factor, what was your biggest challenge, you think, really stepping out into the game and getting yourself more well known?
Well, I mean, I wasn't actually taking myself that seriously. I was just playing soccer, and I wanted to be the next David Beckham. That was kind of like my aim as a.
Do you still play soccer?
I still play a little bit now, but not to that level. But I wanted to be a soccer player. I wanted to do that sort of thing. And then really, lucky enough, I was in the pub and I started to sing with my mates, literally like this kind of bar here, karaoke bar, having a few drinks and, just singing, and people were saying I was all right and pretty good at it. And so I decided to apply for the X Factor, and that was pretty much it then, and it all just kicked off from there.
Now, you have 3 million followers on Twitter. Now,
yes.
That's just an absurd number to me. Like, that's more people than live in San Antonio. Now, my first question is, do you get a lot of spam? Because it seems like with that many people, there'd be like a lot of random links.
You get a lot of with 3 million followers, you get a lot of will you follow me, will you follow me, will you follow me, will you follow me, will you follow me all the time. Will you follow me, will you follow me, will you follow me? It's like
there's lots of
I mean I do. I've got 2,000 I follow.
Yeah.
And obviously there's the people on there that are friends of mine that I follow as well. But I mean it's just you're going to get lots of spamming, but that's cool. It's the fans, so it's good to respond. I mean, I like fans that ask questions and want to know what we want to know what you're doing, or want to know what colour shoes you're wearing the day, or like what did you have for breakfast. It's nice to interact with fans on that level. But yeah.
So do you have a name for your fans? Because it seems like that's kind of like a trend.
There's a couple, but I like to, because there were so many different ones that I said, I'm just going to call you all the Murs Army.
All right,
I thought that was a much easier way of doing it.
Yeah, for sure. I was thinking like Murniacs or something that didn't quite have the same ring.
But there was the Ollyettes, there's the Olly Murs girls, there's the A-Team. So I just decided to call them the Murs Army.
Awesome. Now coming off of your single that had Chitty Bang Heart Skips a Beat, Trouble with Flow Rider. Mm. Now, what can we expect with Trouble? About the record.
Troublemaker is is a new song for me. It's a new vibe, new direction. I mean, Heart Skips a Beat was a nice way of introducing me to the Americans and to the fans over here, and sort of starting from scratch, and not say underground, but kind of like I'm underneath the surface at the moment. I think that was a nice introduction to anyone that's sort of been following British music and me, and for people that heard it on the radio and were like, who's this guy? I quite like him, and sort of maybe didn't buy into Heart Skips a Beat, but kind of have got to know me a little bit, and I'm interested to see what this guy's going to do next. So Troublemaker, I think, is a single that I feel is the next level for me, and it's got Flow Rider on the song, and it's got a very good vibe about it, and different to what I've done before, and hopefully it'll reach out to a lot more fans.
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. I think it's a great song. I heard it during sound check, and it just you get a different feeling when you hear live music. You can actually hear the passion, the tone. You can get a little more feeling for it. Now,
cool.
Now, my last question before we let you go, because I know you got to go on stage here in a bit. What's the best advice you've ever been given?
I think the best advice I've ever been given there was two actually. It was one from Robbie Williams, and he's an artist in the UK, and I think he broke a little bit here. And he just said to me to make sure I got into the studio when I finished the X Factor and make sure I write my own music. I think that was a big key for me, to get in the studio, write my own songs, and really that was a great bit of advice that I was given. And also from Simon Cowell, he actually told me once that whenever you're feeling a bit complacent, or you're getting a bit cocky, or you're not sure, just think it's a walk in the park. Always think back to when you first came and auditioned for the show and how you felt about that moment and how much you wanted it.
Wow.
And that kind of always gives me a kickstart. Whenever I'm feeling a little bit like, oh, whatever, you know, it's just a small gig or it's just not really whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll think back to how I was on the X Factor, walking on that X and had nothing, you know what I mean? So yeah, it always keeps me motivated.
That's awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Now, people can follow you, Olly Official.
At Olly Official on Twitter. Yeah, simple. Just type me in Google, find me, follow me, and we'll talk.
All right, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, man.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks.